Hello, it's Edwina from my craft orchard. How are you? Nano prep, not going well, is going well, not quite sure, I haven't done the checklist. So I thought we'd do that today. I thought you and I would go through my checklist just to see what still needs to be done. I've got a feeling there's a lot still to do and there's only a few days left. So it is. If you watched my last video on finding time to write, that is pretty much what I've been having to do during October, is find 5-10 minutes here and there, get up early and do some work, because it's the only way I've been able to do it. As simple as that. So what I have done is I've printed off Natalia Leigh's Preptober booklet and Sarah Cannon's. I've taken out the pages that I want to use and I've put them in my planner. We'll have a look at those in a minute. I have also been totally binge watching lots and lots of Preptober videos. Is it a good use of my time? Not? Don't know. I've got lots of ideas. It's encouragement, I think. I think watching some other people prep and ideas on how to prep has sort of motivated me more to do the prep, even though I'm a pantser. Don't know. So I watched Ellen Brock's video on what type of writer you are, and I am a methodical pantser according to what she's suggesting, and then I've gone to her suggestions, which was the 7-plot outline and the 27 chapters. So those are the sort of plotting methods that I've sort of looked at. But then I also watched Abbie Emmons. I'll link it down below. It's a brilliant video about how to simplify your plotting process, so you've got some ideas of who, what, why, that sort of thing. So I've used that, and I've actually plotted the 4 books in my series. Obviously nothing's ever set in stone, particularly where sort of book 2, 3 and 4 are concerned, and doing book 1 I've actually already written most of those sort of scenes last year when I did my 10,000 words. I still have got to go back through last year's novel, but I wanted to leave it as late as I can to reread that, so the story's really fresh in my mind for when Nano actually comes on the 1st of November. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your face down and let's have a look at where I've got, what I've been doing, and let's go through that checklist just to sort of say, oh, what have I still got to do, what I haven't. Let's have a look at what we've got then. So I've showed this in a previous video. This is a ring bound sort of Polly Pocket type display book. In here I've put a nice picture of something that represents my novel, and then I've got the 3 folders which are the plotting 27 plots, which I've done some work on, and I've just written out the 27 chapters onto those, and then I've got some sheets with character stuff on. Now I don't know what it is about character development. There's something at the back of my head that wants to let the character develop as a write, but then there's that other part of me who wants to say, well, you need some details of this character before you write the novel. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do I need more character development than just a name and an idea, or what? I don't know. So this has got the outline of my novel, which I'm a bit precious about the story, to be honest, but if you have a look, it's actually set in 4 sections: a who, a what, a how and a why, and that has come from the video of Abbie Emmons. She suggested that this is like a rough outline, and then what I did, I got another piece of paper and I split it into the 7-plot structure, and used that to write another outline. And then this here is my novel that the 10,000 words I wrote last year. And as I say, I'm going to sort of have a look through that. That's going to be sort of my working for the next sort of probably 3 or 4 days, sort of getting that sorted and organised. As I said, I did some time tracking in my bullet journal. Again, I've got another video on how I'm planning on finding the time. I still need to put trackers and things. Now, what I'm trying to work out is where to put them. So do I put them in the actual physical writing journal sort of record of what I'm doing, or do I put it in my weekly bullet journal? That's the question. I haven't decided. This is one of those things I haven't done. You know, I don't know. Part of me wants to put it in the writing bit, and part of me wants to put it in my journal to say that it's there and to remind me every day when I look at it. I think talking to you now, I think I'm going to put it in here, but then on my weeklies, on my dailies and everything, put my word count maybe. That might work. So let's have a quick look. Right, so if I'm honest, I can't remember exactly which set a lot of this came from. So one set is Sarah Cannon's at Heart Breathings, and one is Natalia Leigh. This one I think is Natalia Leigh, and I only printed out the pages that I want to use. I haven't printed out anything, all of the, I haven't put the whole booklet out there because some of it I don't think I'm going to use. If I do, it's on my computer and I can just pull it off if I want to. So there's a writing schedule, so I thought I would fill that out with the ideal week, as it were. And then there's a checklist which I'm going to go through with you in a minute. I haven't put in my rewards in because I haven't decided what those are. And I haven't filled that one. I haven't filled any of these out, to be honest. Yeah, so that one. So that's emergency motivation, a list of scenes, the overview of the novel, and the checklist. Those have all come from Heart Breathings. The first one came from Natalia Leigh. And then I have had a quick look at my month, and I've put out, it's only in pencil, but sort of days that I know I won't be writing, but I could find maybe that 5 or 10 minutes from school time or that sort of thing there. So these, where they're blocked out, I could probably find the 5 or 10, but the other times I think I might be able to set aside time to write. I've then got lots of quotes. Heart Breathing, she does a lot of these sort of quotes and things, and I really like these. They're quite inspirational. So the Colour Your Way to 50k, that's from Natalia Leigh. Now I really like this, only I'm not writing 50k. My aim is for 30. Purely because last year I did 20, so obviously I want to do more than I did last year. And I don't think with time constraints and things I'm going to get to the full 50. One day I will. So I just thought I might use that as like a thinking exercise. What I find sometimes when I'm decorating in my journal or do memory keeping, the brain is sort of ticking over on a subconscious level. So if I get tired or something and I want to just think through something, I might colour those out that way. Self-care bingo, I like this because I thought I'd fill that out with things that I could do for, like paint my nails or do a facial, go for coffee, and very similar to the rewards page, I think. So I could use one or the other or both. Then these came out of one of the Happy Planner things, so my weekly goals. I'm going to set that up at the beginning of each week of Nano and say, right, so you know, it could be do a writing sprint, it could be write how many 10-minute sessions I've got, you know, complete, I don't know, 5,000 words, something like that. And then from Natalia again, she's got weekly reviews which are dated, which is great. You know, it says the words written, success, struggles, lessons learned, ideas. So this is going to be a really good tool at the end of each week to sort of sit down and go, what, this is what happened, this didn't, this is what I need to change, and do that review process. So I've put those in there ready. Is there anything else? And then there's also a final review for the whole nano sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to that, really. I've got a few other pieces that I printed out as well from the booklet of Natalia Leigh. This is Choose Your Point of View. I don't like reading first person. My book that I'm writing is in third person, but she actually gives you an idea, so choosing your POV, choosing the tense, and then trying these things out. So you try in the past and present tense, and in first person and third person. So I thought I'd give that a go as an exercise to see if the point of view that I'm actually writing in is a good one. So if nothing else, you get the booklet, and if you necessarily don't do it for Preptober, this is something that going forward in your writing that might be a good exercise to do. And I've still got lots of ideas. And then under the plotting section, I've got the 7 points of view still, and then the 27 chapters all printed out ready. And I think that was it. Oh, here we go. And then again, this one's from Natalia Leigh, The Basics of a Good Book, and what she thinks are good book, her ideas to fill that out. And then about your book, again, like Heart Breathing is what's your book about, creating the mood, and then a bit about story structure. So not only have you got worksheets and that sort of thing, there's also advice and ideas and guidance in here. Creating a story bible, and titles. I have had a go at titles, and I've even get this, I've even been on Canva and put book covers together for all of my 4 books, which I'm really chuffed about. Really, I have to say, seeing that book cover is real motivation. So if you haven't done that, go to Canva and just put a book together. It's great. I love it. Meet your characters. Again, this is something I don't know. Build your villain. Now I like that page because obviously a lot of books have villains in, and I did watch a video, and I cannot remember who it was. I'll link it below. She was saying about having to understand, you need to understand your villain to understand the motives of your villain to make your story better. And it really resonated with me, I have to say. Character questionnaire and setting sheets. And that's about it from the 2 handouts. So, there is still a bit to do. I've still got trackers to set up. I've still got some scene work to do and that sort of thing. So let's have a go through this checklist then. So time, look at your available time of the month of November and mark off the days. I think I've done that, so I'm going to give that a tick. Word count, no I haven't done that. Create a plan of when you intend to write each day, and clear your schedule. Where will you write? Well, where will I write? That's a good question, actually. The first place I'm going to write is in what I'm calling my water lily book, and this is where I was writing last year. It's just a ring bound, fairly cheap ring bound book that I can take anywhere and write in. And then like at the bottom of that page it says copied onto Google Drive, so I actually photographed it and put it in. And then there's a few other things. So I'm not editing this. I've actually, that's like the rough draft. I've photographed it, put it into Google Docs, and I've printed it out, which is it's in that one for me to look at, edit and read it and that sort of thing. It's not foolproof. I also dictated straight into Google Docs onto my phone. That's a really quick way of writing, particularly if you've got these 5 or 10 minute sprints. I did this last year, and it's a good way of getting words down quickly. But the downside of that is when you come to look at the Google Doc, it doesn't always pick up what you say. And so, like, it was quite funny because there's lots of misspelt words and things that were missing. And again, because of the way my handwriting is, transferring that to text, there was a whole section missing and stuff, and I've had to go through this and my Google Doc to actually sort of marry the two up in terms of what was written in here and what was printed. So I'm going to write in here. I think I put a load of questions and things at the back as well, plus ideas. It's just a simple notebook. Also, dictating works really well for me, and I did actually, when I was in front of the computer, I did actually type straight onto Google Docs as well. So I've got a sort of 3 ways that I am collecting my novel together, as it were, and then after NaNoWriMo I put it all into sort of a coherent manner, which is what's printed out. Just a few ideas there for you. Create a plan for when you write each. Oh yeah, I've just said that. So yeah, we're going to do that. Rewards, I haven't done that. Meals and snacks now. I won't be even looking at meal planning and things because I'm not writing full time. I'm having to steal time from other activities, so meals and snacks will all be part and parcel of my normal working week. Tools, software, computer, health, extras. So I need to have a quick look through those. I have signed up for the Nano website. So if you have a look on the NaNoWriMo website, I have actually signed up. I've joined a Discord group for my area where I live. If any of you would like to have my Nano log on, my name, let me know in the comments. I'm quite happy to share where you're going to find my progress. Not that I'm hoping to make progress, but at this moment in time, not that. And I have joined a group, so I'm going to cross that off, and I'm going to cross that off. Oh, we've got a few things coming up. Okay, I've decided on my project, so that's a good tick. I don't have character sheets again. She does colour coding. Hotbring does colour coding because she uses multiple POVs. I had a look at that. I've got all the kit, but again, I'm not sure. I've got an outline. Indexed scenes, because I'm a pantser, it might be more index cards for ideas and plan afterwards. I might plot afterwards, which is again how Sarah Kent Harbreathing has suggested that if you're a pantser, to write your novel and then go back and what you've written, actually plot that afterwards, which I thought was a really good idea, and so I'm going to give that a go. And there's all sorts of things about inspiration and space and stuff on there as well. The other thing that I've managed to do is really have a good think about the places. So I've set up one of these again with lots of pictures and things, and I've also got a Pinterest board going of pictures and photographs of characters and locations and things. So I've had a good think about that. And the process I was thinking in terms of my pantsing is simple. I'm going to do the four sections that Abbie Emmons suggested. I'm then going to do the 7 point plots, and I'm then going to start writing the novel. From there, I'm then going to plot what I've written onto the 27 chapters. So what I found is, as I write, the ideas come flowing, scenes and things like that come to me. So as I'm plotting, a couple of scenes came to me, so I will then plot them in, and so as I'm writing, more scenes will come to me. So then when I go to the 27 plots chapter plot points, more scenes will come as I'm writing that, if that makes sense. So that's my sort of what I'm thinking about. Outline 7 plots, write the novel, 27 chapters, write some more of the novel, plot afterwards. I think I am going to have to, I think I might use the 7 plot points to map out my character arcs. Thinking about it, you know what, it's really useful talking to people on camera, because ideas come to you that you haven't thought about before. I think it's something about talking out loud. There's an idea for you. So if you're struggling or you're trying to work out something for your novel, why not talk out loud? It's working for me. Okay, I think I'm almost ready. I've still got trackers, I've still got word counts and rewards to sort out. I'm sure I can get all that done before the 1st of November. I'm sure I can. So, I will see you next week with a bit of an update of how the first week went, etc. Let's keep our fingers crossed. If you are participating in NaNoWriMo, good luck. We're in this all together and it will be fantastic. I am so excited. I'm so looking forward to spending time with my characters and in my world that I'm creating. So, I'll see you soon. Bye.